All right, welcome back. We are now doing grade 8, functions and relationships, flow diagrams. What are functions and relationships? Basically, what we're exploring here is the relationship which happens between numbers. Most of you, it's not your first time to see this diagram. Some of you, you call it the spider web diagram, right? So what happens? We've got three things that we need to understand: the input values, the rule, and the output values. What are the input values? As you can see with this arrow, we are simply saying that we are going to put a number, and where are we putting that number? To a rule. What are the rules? Remember, you know the four signs. Either you have to add, subtract, multiply, or divide. It depends with the rule that you've been given. So in this case, what is P representing? P represents a number that we do not know. So when we now know that our P is negative 2, we replace P with negative 2. So in other words, we're now having negative 2. Then the rule now is saying that this P, whatever number it is, you must subtract 2 from it. So now we've got minus 2. And when you say minus 2, what do you get? You get a negative 4. So it means that the output, the number we get after putting a number and subtracting it by negative 2, the output we are getting is negative 4, the answer that you get after inputting and using a rule. So let's go to negative 1 here. Negative 1 is going to replace P. So now we've got negative 1 and negative 2. And negative 1 and negative 2 gives you negative 3. Then you go there and you write your negative 3. Of course, all of this, because it's a spider web, what do? You simply punch it into your calculator, right? Then here, we are going to replace P with what? With 0. So it becomes 0 minus 2, which gives us minus 2. And here we've got a positive 1. We are now saying 1 minus 2, which is equals to negative 1. So our output value is negative 1. So I hope this is very, very easy for everyone to see. But we worked with a rule that is very simple. So what am I going to do? I'm going to erase this so that we can work with a different question. Now, in the meantime, as I erase, I would like to take this opportunity to say that if you're finding this video to be helpful, please do consider to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Share with your classmates and friends or your siblings, as well as like and comment. If there is a topic that you would like me to cover, please use the comment section to make suggestions, right? Now, we are going to work with a different rule this time around. Now, the rule that we are given is negative 3, right, minus 4. Negative 3n minus 4. So remember I said that n represents a number that we do not know. And here when you're having negative 3n like this, you get negative 3n as a result of saying a negative 3 multiplied by n, like that. So what does it mean? It means that this time around when we are going to substitute these values, when we're going to replace this n, we have to multiply with this negative 3 before we subtract 4, right? So what? Let's begin. So here we've got negative 3, and the first number that we're going to deal with is negative 2. So we've got negative 2. Then there is minus 4. So obviously we start here. A negative and a negative, it gives us a what? A positive. So we've got a positive sign here. Now we say 3 multiplied by 2, which gives us 6. So we've got a positive 6 minus 4. And 6 minus 4 is equal to what? Is equal to 2. So our output value is 2. We go to the next one, the input value, negative 1. Now what are we going to do? We are going to say negative 3 multiplied by negative 1 minus 4. A negative and a negative is a positive, and 3 multiplied by 1 is equals to 3. Now we've got 3 minus 4. And 3 minus 4 is equals to negative 1. So we get a negative 1 as our output. We substitute 0 this time around. Now we know that negative 3 multiplied by 0. Oh, by the way, brackets also mean what? In mathematics, brackets, they mean that you can multiply. So negative 3 multiplied by 0 is equal to a 0 minus 4. So our answer becomes negative 4. we've got negative 4 here. And last but not least, 1. Now we say positive 1, so we've got negative 3 multiplied by a positive 1 minus 4. Negative and a positive, we get a negative sign. So now we've got negative 3, negative 4. Negative 3, negative 4 gives us negative 7. And then we get to negative 7. And just like that, we have put numbers into a row, and there is an output that we got, right? So basically, this is the same as when you are going to school. You are advised to what? You are advised to work very hard, right? So your effort when you are working very hard, right? That's the input values, right? And then you follow the rules of whatever subject that you're studying. And then there is an output that you get, which are the results that you get at the end of the term. So if you put a low effort, obviously your report will come out and tell us to say that, oh, you didn't really go well. Why? Because your effort was not the best, right? So what you put in, there is what you get out as a result of what you've put in. All right. Now I'm going to change the rule here